How's it going, everybody? Back here on YouTube again. So if you like for me, please comment, like, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, I know I'm looking a little bit more grayer than usual. Definitely look a lot more grayer than usual. But so I do have a new movie review for you tonight. It is Weapons. This movie Weapons, and it's directed by Zach Kragers. It dropped a little bit earlier this year, and it stars Juliet Garner, Josh Brolin, amongst some other characters as well too. Some actors. Benedict Wong is also in here. So this is like a unique horror film, which should be no shock to you if you've ever seen anything from Zach Kragers, whether it be Weapons or Barbarian. I believe he has something to do with Late Night with the Devil as well too. So this guy is a really unique filmmaker, and this movie is really no different. Now, I will honestly say it does have like some. It is definitely a horror film. I don't know if it scared me that much. There are some creepy jump scares in this. It wasn't like too serious. Like if you're afraid of horror films, I think you can pretty much handle the jump scares in here. So if you've seen the trailer to this movie and you're not sure of what the mystery is, I'm not going to tell you exactly what the mystery is, but all you pretty much know is from the trailer. At 2:17 in the morning, 17 kids just just got up in the middle of the night and get out of their beds, and they left their houses, and they just ran off into the night with their arms out, and they vanished. And all 17 of those kids happened to be in this teacher Justine's class. Justine, who was played by Julia Garner, who is she was in Ozark, and she's the Silver Surfer in the new Fantastic Four movie, which I hope to review here pretty soon. So that is pretty much the synopsis. That's all I'm going to give you, because the rest of the movie after that is pretty much a mystery, and it's a mystery that you basically have to follow. But as the mystery starts unraveling, weird stuff starts happening. You're like, what the hell is going on? Like, it's one of those movies where everything is completely normal, and you'll just see something. You're like, what the hell? What? And I like movies like that. It's not. It's not gonna give you. It's not gonna just throw the horror at you, right? It it kind of strings you along pretty much. And the movie, now I don't know how you feel about the narrative structure on this, because the movie is broken up into chapters. So each character has like their own segment, and that's how it is. Like, so what'll happen is the story, it'll break off to another character, and then once the story kind of breaks off to one character, it kind of gives you their story, and then like you have the teacher story, and then you have Josh Brolin's story in the movie, who is a concerned parent, and he thinks the teacher did it, because he's looking at her like, look, you have 17 missing kids, and they all came missing from your classroom, so you had something to do with it. And I felt, honestly, you're a teacher, and 17 missing kids come from your classroom, and you're just constantly blamed for it, and it's rough. It's definitely rough. go through a lot, and I felt sorry for Justine, played by Julie Garner again. Josh Brolin, he plays a character named Archer. He's like a carpenter. Like I said, it jumps between different stories, and the way they intertwine and connect, I thought was pretty well done. Just really good storytelling. That just really good characters, really good storytelling, and uh, is the ending. So here's what I'll say about this. Again, it's just really well directed. Zach Kragers knows how to do atmosphere, and he knew how to do atmosphere when it came to you know Late Night with the Devil, or when he did Barbarian, and I really liked I like the way he plays with mood, and then I like the way he makes things a mystery, because there was kind of a mystery in Barbarian, right? Because you know this girl goes to a Airbnb and Barbarian, and there's somebody else in there, and you're like, what the, somebody else in there? And they were both tricked into, they're both told to go to the same Airbnb. So there's a whole the whole horror behind that is, do I trust this person that I don't know? So that's pretty much that. And I think Zach Kragers is just really good at putting together that type of horror. There's some scenes in this movie that are just downright unsettling. Like I said, creepy, really unsettling. Just very dark and eerie. And there's another there's just so many aspects to this movie that makes it it gives it sort of that creep factor. It does have jump scares in here too. The jump scares didn't there was a couple that got me, that I didn't see coming. It they're not the factor of the movie. I know there's people out there who are like me, and I don't really care for jump scares, not because they scare me, but it's just such a cheap like tactic. It's, to me, jump scares are not really like to scare. They don't scare necessarily. I'm more frightened by something that's more psychological, which this movie is. Jump scares just to get a reaction out of me, and I think that's really cheap for a horror film to do jump scares. That doesn't make a horror film in my opinion. By making me jump, because you're gonna make me jump regardless. You know, it's a sudden noise. You know, somebody jumps out of a closet or something like that. And it does it in here too. Just not the jump scares aren't really that bad. It's only a couple of them in here. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. I thought Benedict Wong was good in here as the principal. You know, and this is just like, this is a movie that's like one of these like really small towns, right? This is a really small town, and like but it has like, it's like fancy. It has like those fancy houses or whatever. People live in like it was like a suburban neighborhood, I guess. Something like a suburban neighborhood they all lived in. Everybody's got like ring cameras and all that stuff too. So, and like I said, and there's multiple characters in here that it tells the story from, multiple perspectives, and they do all tie. I think they tie up really neatly, and they do wrap up at the end. I don't know if I have too many complaints about this movie. This is definitely one of my favorite horror films of the year. This is definitely one of my favorites. I am going to go that far and say it's one of my favorite horror films, because even like the way it ends, it is a crazy ending. The ending is insane, but me personally, I did like the ending. I thought the ending was pretty good. The way they ended that, yeah, that was good. I don't know if I don't know if people are going to be divided on the ending. I thought the ending was pretty straightforward, honestly, and it worked. So you can't really say that too much about these horror films because a lot of these horror films don't know how to stick the landing, and I thought this movie did a really good job of sticking the landing. Yeah, not too much I can really say about this one, other than it's good. It's a good movie. This I will go with a high recommend on this one. High recommend for Weapons, directed by Zach Kragers, and I'm looking forward to seeing what this guy is going to do. Apparently, he's supposed to be doing a Resident Evil movie next, and normally I'm not okay with people doing their own stories on Resident Evil because I'm a Resident Evil fan. If you guys didn't know, I love Resident Evil, but it with Zach Kragers behind the camera and writing the script at this point, I trust him. I think we got something there. So, but yeah, that's my review for Weapons. High recommend. Definitely check it out. It's on streaming. I just rented it on Amazon Prime. So that's how I saw it. So yeah, if you want to check it out, definitely check it out. It's a high recommend. I'll probably watch it again before because if you rent something on Amazon Prime, you only got it for 2 days. So I'm gonna watch it again. But yeah, this is a good movie. Definitely check out Weapons. Great acting, really good horror atmosphere down the board. Just everything. It's everything you want in a horror film. So if you would again like, comment, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.